Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this week's update news video. So, this is the first of its kind. This is me just going to mumble for the next 2 or 3 minutes about things that I'm thinking of doing next year. And that brings me to what you can see on screen now. So, what I've done, I've actually set up a very, 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 very basic, and I mean very basic, Patreon page. All I've done is I've signed up and I've just chucked on one post of an idea that I've got. Oh, there you go. I'll tease you with that. So here's my idea. Now, a bit of context just before I get into it. I was travelling a little bit. I had no internet, but I fancied having a bit of a mess around in Unreal. You know, just to try and think of some upcoming videos or just to mess around with a few bits and pieces I had floating through my mind. And I got stuck and I needed some information, so I clicked on the help button inside Unreal, and it took me to a website that I couldn't load because I didn't have internet. So I had no documentation, I had no help, and I was stuck. And that annoyed me a little bit, because in a previous time I did spend a lot of time in Unity, and Unity does have an offline version of its documentation, which is really neat. It does help, and I'm a bit disappointed Unreal don't have like an official version, because there are people have made copies of it offline, but they're not as good as being able to search and click on links on the actual website. So that got me thinking that maybe some of the content that I make would be good in a written format, maybe saved as a PDF or something like that I can upload to a site and share with you all. So if you don't have time to watch a video, or if you'd prefer to, I don't know how many people do this anymore, but print it out and go through it sheet by sheet instead. They'd all be handwritten by me. And yeah, that's my idea. I'm thinking, let's make a written version, because to be honest, there are some things that I cover which I forget because I don't do it every day. I actually go back and watch my own videos to help myself how I did something. But I couldn't even do that because I had no internet. So it'd serve me as much as it'd serve you. Now, they do take a lot of time to. They will take a lot of time to make. I had a little practice and it did take a while. I've got to rebuild projects to take screenshots along the way. I've got to think which is the best screenshot to pick to annotate or illustrate an idea that I'm discussing. And just there's a lot of thought that goes into it. So that's where I thought Patreon would come into it. Just so then I can sort of cover the cost of my time of doing that. The tier system is going to be very cheap to start with. I'm thinking, I've not really planned this out, but I'm thinking there's going to be like a read only entry tier where you can just read the content, but you have no sort of like contribution to the community. You know, you're kind of just a reader only or a follower of things. And then as we move up into tiers, you can download all the PDFs and project files when you are online, obviously. And then we're going to move into other tiers where like you get the opportunity to vote on what guide or video I might make on my YouTube channel. And then maybe an even higher tier where you can actually submit ideas for me to make. So how that would differ from the vote would be, I'd put my ideas into the voting system for you to choose from, whereas the higher tier would be I'd use some of your ideas to put in the voting system to be voted. Again, these are all just rough ideas for now. I'd appreciate your feedback on that one, actually. If just a bit of help setting it up. This is going to be something that I'm thinking of bringing out next year. So any help that I can get on setting that up to start with. I've never used Patreon before. I'm a bit of a noob on that one, so your help would be appreciated, actually. With all that being said, I'm starting to ramble at this point. Let me know what you think of that idea. I'd appreciate any help, feedback, comments, all that. If you think it's a good idea, consider giving me a like on the video, just so I can get a bit of positive feedback that that might be something you're interested in. And that's that. I don't know when I'm going to post this video. I don't know if I'm going to post it before or after. So there may be a video coming up, or this might be just after a video. I don't know. But enough of my ranting and raving. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good Christmas, or I hope you had a good Christmas, depending on when I post it. And I'll see you in another video. Thank you.